Okay, we start here. Now we go to each state of achievement for the sainthood. First one, Sotapanna. When you achieve Sotapanna, you overcome Sakya Ditti, Vicikicca, and Sila Bhatta Paramasa. Okay, remember when you have Sotapanna, you overcome these three things. So remember every state what you achieve. In this Sakaya Ditti, you are identifying the embodiment of the five aggregates. I mean your body of clinking. I mean you always think of yourself, the physical body, as the five aggregates. And then, as you know, Buddhism preach no self, anatta. We are made out of nama and rupa, mind and matter. So, person with this strong sakyaditi will not able to achieve Sotapanna. Next one, Vicikicca, unwholesome mental factor of doubt or perplexity. This is another very kind of hindrance. If you have spiritual doubt, especially those that are having go to a course or go to an understanding of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, plus the meditation training, all that kind. Then after that, you have doubt on all these three. Then you are highly unlikely to able to overcome this to get to the Sotapanna path. So in Abhidhamma, they found that in the book Dhamma Sangani, they listed 8 items in there. What are they? Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, training, past life. So your past life, if you are one of this sort, it will come and hinder you. And then your future life also. So you kind of don't believe what past life, future life, that what the materialists after this life no more. So you have no past life, no future life. You are one of them. So both past and future life, I mean past and future life together, plus the doctrine of dependent origination. So in Dhamma Sangani, they listed 8 of them. In our usual Dhamma, if we talk about Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So with this, if you're able to overcome this Vicikicca, the skeptical doubt, then you are out of this so-called chains. Then next one, Salabhata Paramasa, addictive tendency to perform the rights and ritual. As I told you, if you try to get away from all these rights and rituals, then you are basically safe. So ethically, you are ideal person. So Sotapanna, you no need to have high kind of factor and what high virtues. You only need to encounter these 3, then you are on a Sotapanna path. So remember, Sotapanna path, you have this, overcome these 3 things. Always remember, the exam, they tend to ask you the various state, what are the attributes. So what are the types of stream winner? One who will be reborn 7 times and most in the human and celestial world. So there's a chance also celestial world, but better take human world. Human world much more shorter. Celestial world can be over 100 years. So better be a human, right? 7 times, that's it. And one who take the birth in a good family or planes of 2 or 3 times before attaining arahantship. There are certain attributes, certain people who are born in good family. So they have a shortcut way. They don't need to go to 7. They either go 2 or 3 times, then they will be arahantship. And then these are higher one. One who will be reborn only once more before attaining the goal of Eka Bija. Okay. So even though we normally say 7 times, there are certain people who has higher attribute, then they have this of shortcut way of going. So normally it's seven life. So we go to the next sainthood, Sakadagami. So here, one who have completed the earlier three, and one who attenuated means not eradicate. That means you put a restraint there of lust, hatred, and delusion. So this one higher qualification than earlier one. So that means you never get rid, you only manage to control it, this lust, hatred, and delusion. And one who return to this world only one more time. That means you come back to the human world one more time. Okay? You are guaranteed after this time, you will be born in Nibbāna. So Kama Raga, the last, refer to the object of sense gratification, desire for sense gratification. I mean, like you love food, every day you crave for McDonald's. So this is another sense thing that attract you, that stuck you in the samsara. So if able to control this lust, there are 5 kind of senses. So whichever one. So you have to control all the 5 of them. These are obstacles to the attainment of Nibbāna. So Kama Raga, lust. It's a strong factor that binds being to the samsara. So this is also painful for human being. We have this cursed body, our 5 senses always go for good one. So vaya pada or ill will aversion. This also I say is hatred against unpleasant or disagreeable object. As I told you, this mental sickness, ill will, especially very bad. I always quote Singapore example. Those on the higher ladder, especially climbing, they always hope for their subordinates or whoever fighting for them, not to surpass them. So this hatred is there, ill will, not to they surpass them. So they don't want somebody to even with them. So this one is called a mental sickness, hatred or ill will. So this mental factor is dosa. Is a form of root of evil. Remember the 3 roots? This is one of the root, 3 evil roots. Commentary to the Puganapati mentioned the 5 kinds of ones returning. Okay. In this commentary, there are 5 kinds of ones returning. They break into different order. So here it said, there are 4 kinds attain the fruit of ones returning in human. I mean, 4 types of people who return back as a human form. One attains the heavenly abode, in the celestial abode. So this one also have different category. So you get it? You must remember, this one restraint on the last, hatred and delusion. Delusion, you all know, I know you speak further. Next one, next level, Anagami. This one, you need to know all the features or attributes. One who does not return to the sensuality, come out. I mean, he will no more come back to the human world. So this is a higher state than the earlier 2 one. So what this qualification is, he eradicated 2 factors of sensual pleasure. First one, no more sensual pleasure. That's why no sensual pleasure, you weren't born as a human. And aversion for Sakadami. Okay? The Sakadami have it, but he eradicated 2 of these, sensual pleasure and aversion. So in total, he managed 5 factors of sensual sphere. Remember the earlier one, the Sotapanna, got 3, but these 2 total 5. This one is totally abolish it. Okay. Let me totally get rid of it. So remember all these things, you have to know which factors they are present in each of these states. So 3 plus these 2 of them. So total 5. So you'll be born in a higher of the fine material realm, including the pure or born. You either born in the this fine material. Fine material still got the form, but no senses, okay? And the pure or born, where he will attain Nibbāna. So after staying here, upon expiry of this life, he will go to Nibbāna. So you eradicate the sense desire, mental factor like vyapada, worry, and greed. Then they say there are 5 types of non-returner. One who attained Nibbāna during the first half span of the realm. This one you have to check because this is taken from a particular source. He never mentioned much about this thing. So you all can Google, can check more about this. One who attained Nibbāna during the first span of the realm. Should be first half. And then during the second half, okay? And then with exertion, another without exertion. Then after that, reaching the highest pure abode, Akinita. I mean, this is normally we say, they normally stay in the pure abode. Okay, please go and check these 5 of them. I can't remember they put anything about this. Okay, please go and check.
Mother Lau, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Is this pure abode in Theravada the same with a pure land in Mahayana?
Please don't compare pure land. Mahayana got nothing to do with Theravada in our realm of existence. Okay, pure land is a form of they call Western paradise. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Don't go
you.
and compare with Mahayana. You will get more yourself into trouble. Mahayana and this Theravada, they deviate, especially on the kind of explanation of heavenly world. They got many types. Okay, so we just solely focus on Theravada. Don't get confused and I can't say but if you follow Theravada, just follow Theravada. So please go and check if anyone got better thing to explain on this 1, 2 to 5 please provide information. I can't remember I say anything on this article. Then next one, Arahantship. This is the final goal. We lay people also can attain it. Okay, to your heart practice and then your pure conduct. One who reaches the goal of Nibbāna, terminating this samsaric cycle. So upon reaching here, no more rebirth, no more coming back. So here, remember all the attributes they have. Eradicate the balance. Remember the earlier one got already 5 factor gone. So here, eradicate another 5. Craving for form. I mean, you wish to be born in the heavenly world of the form. And then craving for formless. This is another greed. To be born in the so-called formless. Only the mind exists. Conceit, comparing, agitation, or restlessness, and ignorance. So total 10 factors which you eradicated. Then you attain arahantship. So it destroys the balance of the 2 things attachment, existent and ignorant, known as a destroyer of things. So the thing that is the most poisonous is the attachment to existence. So if we wish to come back, that's why when you study Mahayana, why they become Bodhisattva be different from our Theravada. They said, please don't get offended for those who practice Mahayana. According to my teacher, he said, that is Professor Chandima. If you want, you find from you. You taught me that If you crave for existence, I mean, like the Bodhisattva, they wish to be liberated until the last cockroach before they attain the so-called Buddhahood or Arahantship. Okay, they wouldn't want to go, even they got a chance to go to this Arahantship. They wouldn't want. They stop it and then they will rescue even the last cockroach, so that everybody is gone. Then they will leave. Okay, that's what the Mahayana practice of Bodhisattva. If you all don't know about this was spoken by my teacher, Professor Chandimat from Buddhist Library. And ignorant, known as destroyer of things. If you are ignorant one, it's also one of the things which stop you from progressing further. Okay, ignorant is you try, people talk to you, convince you, you cannot accept it. So you think that this is the fact, should exist, no other thing. Especially come to religion. We talk ignorant, especially I give example, the Christianity. They say they are one and only religion is the truth, the rest all false. Okay? If you have such a kind of ignorance that only theirs is true, you better go far away, because the religion that preaches this is the only truth, then it's not really conducive for you to carry on practicing, because this is called ignorant. If somebody tell you it's wrong, you cannot accept it. This is called ignorant. Okay? You solely must follow the way as what you wish to have to follow. Okay? This is called ignorant. It's very bad. I mean, so no point talking to those people who are ignorant. They cannot accept other view. Okay? So on the mental factor, destroy the remaining ones are the delusion, shamelessness. Delusion, it belongs to this called ignorance. Shamelessness. Shamelessness means no fear of doing bad. Especially those married men. They got no shame, they got wife, they can still find other hearts, other women. So this shamelessness, they have no the face of shame. To them, it's nothing to them. And fearlessness of wrongdoing. This one, good for those bad people, especially those gangsters that they dare to commit crime, they dare to kill people. These are sort of inborn kind of characteristic that they have no fear of doing this wrong thing. And also restlessness, conceit, sloth, and torpor. So once arahantship, all these are destroyed. So can't you say this is a achievement of arahant? That's why in Mahayana, they always say this nonsense about arahantship. Okay, Mahayana, they always tend to say they want to be bodhisattva rather than arahant, because they wouldn't understand all these things, which is a true factor. If you have all destroyed all these, your character so much better than a bodhisattva. Buddha start from bodhisattva, then become an arahant, right? So I don't know if you're the kind of study Mahayana, they tend to have this tendency. So you don't argue with them. Their mentality is of this sort. So ignorant, so we forget arguing them and want to win them. No way can win them. They're really what I call the mind poison here. Okay, so that's for your understanding. Right? So next one, you go to the next slide. Realms of form. They comprise of 16 planes of form. Those in the form realm. I mean, with not physical body, but less upper kind of you can see it, but not of a human sort of physical body. To attain such a birth, one must cultivate and develop the ecstasy of form, jhana. Okay? So for those who wish to attain jhana, they are so engrossed with jhana. You can reach 1 to 4. Abhidhamma got 5. You're able to every time attain to that kind of level, you are crave to that. Upon your kind of expiry of this body, you are likely to be gone, stay at that particular, reborn in that particular realm. So in this realm, totally free from factor promoting sensual gratification because you don't have 5 senses. To the form retaining all 5 aggregates, including the aggregates of form. So you only have the sort of stupper thing. You can't, because we never go there, we can't describe it. They don't have this body. When you have this body, it's a what? We call it a curse according to one of the monks. Realm of formless. Desire to be born in a formless realm. Here, it's only mind. You got no form. Only mind exists. Here also quite serious. Got one realm. What you call that? It's called mindless. I mean, you are sort of person, the mind is totally not working on something like crazy people, mindless. So if you want to dig, you go to the formless realm. There are various levels of formless attainment. So to cultivate and develop one of the formless ecstasy. So this is also jhana. If you can form the higher jhana, you will get to here also. So this is a formless realm. We can't describe with your 5 senses. So this thing, you have to read through, understanding. This is what the book given. Mana. The third means conceit, mean comparison. You like to compare you and me, so on, so on. Pride or arrogant. So this is a kind of mental factor, especially in human being. So if you are such person, one of the so-called guru, he said this is a mental sickness. So evaluating oneself in comparison to others on the basis of one esteemed attribute such as physical charm, social status, power, learning, caste, etc. So that means to say you love to compare yourself, especially when you are in the top, that you look down, you are mentally sick, you look down on those people below you. As long as those people below you, you feel this happiness because they cannot compare to you. So this is another mental illness of human. This is what this word the best. Recognizing oneself to be always above the rest. I mean, they're sitting on top of everybody. This is called mental sickness. So whenever you fall down, you cannot take it anymore. It's a characteristic in haughtiness, function of self-exertion, manifestation, vainglory, and proximate cause greed. These are all the attributes that link to this called mana. It impairs the balanced judgment, which is prerequisite for mental development leading to emancipation. So if you want to get liberated, you get out of samsara, you must erase this. If not, you are never able to progress further. Udacha, these are all Abhidhamma terms, which you all may have covered it earlier. Right? This is another suffering in human. Mental restlessness or excitement of the mind. It has a characteristic of disquiet. I mean, you cannot sit still. Your mind is always agitated. You always must do something of it. So if your mind you cannot keep still, that's one you can't meditation very, very difficult for you. It's a function of making the mind unsteady. That's why come meditation, you have this udacha, then you get into, it manifests into turmoil, and the proximate cause being a mental disquiet, especially in meditation. For those who are practicing many years, then you see no progress, this udacha come in. It become lesson because you want to achieve the next higher level. So you're aiming for higher improvement. But this is a thing that bring you unable to progress because you have this unquiet mind that you wish to achieve certain, it's also another form of greed. So you want to go for higher achievement. That's why you feel cannot steady your mind and then you can't do anything properly. So this is another, that's why my teacher always tell me, when you're at home or you any state of restlessness, you nothing better to do. Go and read Dhamma books. You go and read story, digest it. Then as you digest it, you reflect on it. Then you get understanding, then you get a better reflection of yourself. So udacha is a problem of restlessness in human being. Next one, avijja, ignorant, nascent, unknowing similarness with delusion. Or I can also say wrong view lah. Can be any one of these. We don't really have one clear statement or one clear word to define everything. So it's cover all this kind of word. So it prevents being from seeing things in their true perspective. So it makes life, which in reality is impermanent, liable to suffering, and bereft of the self appear to them as permanent, happy, and substantial. So supermanism is not knowing the Four Noble Truths. So there are many ways to describe it, but the higher description of it is that if you know the Four Noble Truths, the cause of suffering to the cessation of suffering, then you totally understand what this avijja is about. Okay, there are many words to talk about it. So when a person having avijja, don't go and put sense into them because these people will never accept your fact or whatever, your advice or whatever thing. So let them be. So we talk more about arahantship. Arahantship is the pinnacle of the edified of the moral and ethical perfection, is the ultimate goal of the Aryan path to the emancipation of the realization of Nibbāna. So it's the topmost, very top of the object where every Buddhist should able to achieve the realization of Nibbāna. We come in our form is suffering. So to end suffering, you must get to the goal of Nibbāna, then there's no rebirth. When there's no rebirth, then it's the end of suffering. So that's what Buddha taught in the very first sloka, the turning of the wheel sutta, okay, which you're going to study later on. I send you the book. Please go and read. In the following coming session, we will cover it. Okay? We already covered in earlier, I think, can't remember, year 3, year 3 or year 2. Okay, so this one will talk every verse about this, the turning the wheel. Okay, so please go and read through. So early text, the enlightenment of Buddha and that of Arahat are treated as equal level. So early text say that they are of equal level, except for the fact that enlightenment of Buddha was a product of his own intuitive wisdom. Well, so the difference is that Buddha is self-taught and self-enlightened. Nobody advised him or whatever. He suffered to all the suffering. He undergo all the suffering. He go to whatever thing he can imagine and every all the teachers he has seek to, and then he find his own to experience and realization. Okay, that's why he able to become a Buddha. So the product of his own intuitive wisdom, while an Arahant is enable achievement through an inspiration of a Buddha. So Arahant, in whatever state in the Buddha day, is to Buddha advice, talking to them, teaching them. But now modern day, to our practice of meditation and to the knowledge of the books, they're written there, they are passed down to here. Then you can achieve Arahant too. But this is not through Buddha, it's through Buddha words. So this Arahant. Arahant can realize but cannot teach. Only a Buddha can teach. Okay, that's a difference. In the course of time, elevated Buddha put to a unique, supreme, and exalted position. So, as you know, Buddha passed away. The Pali canon, over how many 2,600 years, to Sri Lanka, to Burma, and all these things are elevated, I mean glorified of Buddhahood. Okay, Buddhahood have been added in and then make Buddha as somebody, as a hero, as a thing that is of very high status. So that's why even when you read sutta, question mark have to be, as if you're a scholar, you have a question mark. You cannot just plainly accept it. Because if you read the earlier sutta, Buddha never mentioned much thing. Straightforward, profound thing. Things that are hard to understand. And then things that you have to reflect many times, and then you still couldn't give a definite answer to it. So because his teaching is so profounded, then later on, all these scholar monk or whoever added in new things in, especially when you go to Sri Lanka, Mahavamsa, they put a lot of glorification on Buddhahood, or Buddha. Okay? When you read this Mahavamsa, a lot of things like mystical, very hard for us to imagine if you read many of the early sutta. Okay, so that's why as a practitioner, practicing Buddhist, we should always question, even what I tell you may not be true. So everything you must check for yourself, okay? Especially when you go Google, okay? Google thing, many stuff inside, okay? Don't just accept it, whatever appear. Some writing out of point. Some Rojak or Mahayana, Vajrayana, and Theravada. So when you read, it becomes questionable. Please ask yourself, is this the right stuff? So you must go further and check some more. So best is to go back to Sutta and read it. Even Sutta hard to understand. That's why those Western monks, it's of great help. They're able to put it in plain English, but they can't even explain totally with their English word because many of things in Pali. Pali is a word very hard to translate. So if you are good and have a time, go and practice Pali also. So joyous utterance of Arahant on the experience of bliss of Nibbāna in many sutta. Especially when you read the text, Therigatha, Theragatis, the monk and nun, when they achieve this soul Nibbāna, they uttered the various verses which explain the happiness of attainment of certain level of attainment. Okay, so you got time, go to find the Therigatha, Theragati. So Arahantship means destroying rebirth. Live as a right life, and done is where had to be done. After present life, there's no beyond. That's why when somebody achieve Arahantship, normally he is a kind of person, very quiet. He won't even reveal that he's an Arahant. So he need to undergo to this life. He cannot kill himself. No? Killing oneself is wrong. Okay? Your Arahantship end when you want to say end your life. intention to kill yourself to get arahantship. But there's a case about that. If you want, you can read through the sutta. Okay? But that particular monk still able to achieve arahantship. But normally you need to live throughout this arahantship life till the last day. Then upon your expiry of this body, you attain arahantship. Through the extinction of all cankers, which is already in this very life, the deliverance of mind. So arahant, as you say, the 10 factors all destroy. So when you destroy all these 10 factors, this is a final state. So possession of three knowledge, arahantship, as what Buddha preached. Buddha able to attain this. One, previous birth, rebirth for others, and knowledge of regarding cessation of mental intoxicant. They have this kind of knowledge of seeing previous birth of yourself. Then they're able to see the rebirth for others. Buddha able to read the Buddha and his Buddha and his teaching. There are many things about how he related to those people, about the rebirth of them. And then this Arahat Vaga, he said, one who has completed the journey, sorrowless, no more unhappiness, whom we set free already, broken all the tiles, firm as a tall pillar. He is as tall as a tall pillar and pure as a deep pool. This is how he described the status of an Arahant. And then passionless. These are some of the things they uttered by this particular Arahant. Then he transcends the limits of both the wholesome and unwholesome act, but does not accumulate new karma. So when you are Arahant, you already pass the wholesome and unwholesome state. And the current life is still existing. What he practices, he does not accumulate any more new karma. But what he's doing is just the wheel of life that will follow until his death. So in Mahayana, the judgment, they're against this. There's no such thing as not accumulating in this current life, which they debate on this, the authenticity of Arahant. We don't go and bother, no end, because these are the different sect and different kind of so-called understanding. That's why your sister asked about Pure Land. I don't want to answer much because if you want, you go and read through. Okay, it's very fantastic also. Okay, but you don't really make yourself more confused. Okay, as you know, every time from now onwards, you need somebody to do the presentation. So Brother Ko already done his part, so left with three of you. This is a question. Who is a stream winner? Sotapanna. And then mention the special virtues of a stream winner. It looks simple, but this essay question is no more 3 sentences and complete. Expected 20 marks. Please target yourself how to give introduction of this so-called the state of stream winner or sainthood. Introduce what is sainthood, okay? And then come to stream winner, describe the characteristic of stream winner and what you can find in stream winner, right? And then finally do a conclusion of the stream winner. Okay, who want to volunteer? Pek Leng, Teo, Sister Teo, Sumita, who volunteer to do for next session?
Okay.
Who?
Okay, I can
Pek
do.
Leng, Okay, so target for you. Next one, you do a presentation. Try to do in a thumb drive and then share on your slide. Share on the screen so everybody can see it. Okay. All right now. So Pek Leng doing
Okay.
Brother Lau, I thought when you
Yeah.
share on Zoom, you have to put it into PowerPoint, right? So that it's easily.
Whatever lah. Whatever you want to do lah. You can type
Because
in
it can't
the
be in
whole
AC
question
form.
also lah.
Because AC form very long. What?
Whichever you want. I
Oh.
never stop you from doing. Okay. So today we summarize what we learn. Summarization. So basically we cover the 4 steps and 8 steps. So stream winning, you have 2 steps. Path of streaming, fruit of stream winning. So Sotapatti, you got Sotapatti Magat or Sotapatti Pala. So you overcome factor 1, 2, 3. Remember? Okay. Then once written, you get the path of one's return and the fruit of one's return. And Sagami, your Sagami Magat, Sagamani Pala, and factor 4 and 5. Authenticated, I mean restrain, restrain only, not get rid, restrain. Then run returner, path of non-return, fruit of non-return, Aganami Magat, Anagami Pala. So here, you get rid these 2. So this one, 4 and 5, factor 4 and 5, eradicated. Okay. So next one, sainthood, or what you call arahat. You have this factor 6, 7, 8, 10, all overcome, all eradicated after I make the adjustment. Then you attain the path of sainthood, path of fruit of sainthood, and arahat magat, arahat pala. Okay. So basically, we complete this lecture about all these 4 stages. So any one of the stages will come out. Every year is the same. So you're taking exam in June. So have have to remember all this. Okay. Any question? No. No, then we go back to our brother presentation. I will send it to you all later. Okay, this is a question your brother doing. So if he has the thing, he can share with us. Okay, I close mine. Okay, you can have your session, Brother Ko.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Lau. I will share my screen. I actually put it into a PowerPoint, but because, okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Can okay. Okay. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and Brother Lau. So this is the title of the questions, which is about body patiya Dhamma. This is YMBA Senior Part 2, Year 2012, the Dhamma section, and it's a question number 2. So the question reads, explain the factors included in any group, one out of the 7 groups of factors comprising the 37 constituents of enlightenment. So that there is, from the reading of these questions, there is one is the 37 constituents of enlightenment, and then the second part is the out of the 7 groups, explain one of the group. So this is what I will present it shortly. But because my apology to Brother Lau and the group members, I have, because of the preparations for my MBE exam, in fact, after I've done some minor work. Later I forgot when I focused on my MBA exam. And fortunately, last night, while I was about to sleep, I managed to recall and quickly get my act together this morning. So this is the small little effort that I put in today. So for a start, the Bodhipakkhiya 37 questions of enlightenment, we can actually get this Bodhipakkhiya Dhamma is in 2 suttas, which is MN 77 in Maha Sakulu Dai Sutta and MN 104 Samagama Sutta. And these 37 constituents of enlightenment can be grouped into 7 groups, which is 1, Satipatthana group, 2, Cattaro Viriya group, 3, Cattaro Iddhipada, 4, Panchabala, 5, Pancha Indriya, 6, Satta Bhujanga, and 7, Arya Atangika Magga. So in English, it is 4 foundations of mindfulness, 4 supreme efforts, 4 means of accomplishments, 5 faculties, 5 powers, 7 factors of enlightenment, and 8 half factors. So this is the previous slide, which is in Pali. So I will go to the details of it. Okay, in group 1, Satipatthana, there is the Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana. Can you see my what do you call pointer?
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay, so I'll be using the pointer to indicate where I'm going to, because I didn't got the time to do a proper PowerPoint. So Vedana Nupassana, Chitta Nupassana, and Dhamma Nupassana. So there is 4 items, 4 constituents in the Satipatthana. For the Cattaro Viriya is actually also 4. So 1 is Samvara Padana, Pahana Padana, then Bhavana Padana, and Anuraka Padana. And then for the third group, Cattaro Iddhipada, it is Chanda Iddhipada, Viriya Iddhipada, Chitta Iddhipada, and Vimansa or Panya Iddhipada. Then for the Pancha Bala is Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Ekagata or Samadhi, and Panya. Similarly with the Pancha Indriya. Now it's also the same names, but it's from the power it becomes the faculty. And then the number 6 is the Satta Bhujanga, is the 7 factors of Bhujanga, which is Sati, Dhamma, Vichaya, Viriya, Piti, Pasadi, Ekagata or Samadhi, and Upeka. Then for the group 7 is the Noble Eightfold Path. So it's Samadhi, Sama Sankappa, Sama Vacha, Sama Kamanta, Sama Ajiva, Sama Vayama, Sama Sati, and Sama Samadhi. So these are the total 37 constituents. So one way of remembering, as what Brother Lau suggested, is 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 7, 8. 4, 4, 4, then 5, 5, 7, and 8. So it makes it easier to recall. Okay. So these are some of the mnemonics that we can help if you have, but to me it's a numerals that help me to remember too. So next we go to the English. So the English is this. So we'll skip this one. Then we go to, okay, the next part of the question is which group we want to I'm sharing will be the Viriya, the energy group. So here, if you look at the 37 constituents of enlightenment, Viriya is repeated 9 times. So 4 times in the second group, in Chataro Virya, there's Samvara, Pahana, Bhavana, and Anuraka Padana. Then in the group 3, we have Virya, Iddhipada. That means accomplishment of effort. Virya, Iddhipada. Then in the 5 powers, there is also the energy power. And in the faculties, there is also the energy faculties or the effort faculties. And in the 7 factors of enlightenment, there is one of the factors is actually the effort. And in the case of Noble Eightfold Path, there is one factor which is the right effort, Samma Vayama. So all in, you have 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it is repeated 9 times in the 37 factors of enlightenment, which indicates that energy or the effort is actually very crucial in the factors of in the enlightenment process, and is one of the Cetasika. Is one of the Cetasika, which is universal Cetasika in the Abhidhamma. And the way to describe the efforts under the group of 4 right efforts, we can bring into one is Samvara Padana is an endeavor to prevent the arising of unreasoned, unwholesome states. So the purpose of this factor is to counter the defilements. For example, the 5 hindrances that hasn't arise from arising. So when before the unwholesome states arise in the mind, we have to actually prevent it or suppress it. Okay. So one way of doing it is to actually have one-pointedness or even samadhi. That is one way. That means totally prevent it from arising. And when you are in jhana or in samadhi, this unwholesome state will not arise. But prior to that, it has the opportunity to arise. So this efforts has to be there. Efforts has to be there to prevent the arising. And this Samvara Padana is the effort to prevent the arising of unreasoned, unwholesome states. So if once it arises, then it goes to the second stage. We have to try to abandon it. The effort has to be put to abandon the unwholesome states that have arisen in the mind. And the effort is to dispel, and this is to push it away or to destroy the defilements, or to dispel or to suppress especially the hindrance. And of course, as it goes on later, it will be the factors. As the one progresses deeper, the hindrances may be overcome, but the factors are final and more subtle. Then it also needs to be eradicated. So by having this second effort, the Pahana, we actually gradually reduce the unwholesome. And at the same time also, by doing that, we actually reduce the bad habits, which is a form of latent tendency, the anusaya, which has been accumulated over our life, as well as in our past life. So this second effort is actually very crucial, so that we gradually, by gradually reducing it, we reduces the bad habits, and then from there on, we will be able to sustain our efforts of preventing the unwholesome from coming up. Then the third factor is the Bhavana Padana, which is the endeavor to arouse wholesome states. So besides the unwholesome states, which we have to dispel and destroy, as well as to prevent it from arising, we have to actually encourage our mind to bring up wholesome states so that the wholesome states will arise in our mind. And by doing that, we actually promote the wholesome states in our mind. And by doing that, we will have joy. When we joy, then it's easier for us to get into jhana or samadhi. And then having a certain amount of joy that we can see, which is better than the sensual joy, then the chance of us walking the Noble Eightfold Path is much better and much higher. And there will be a lot of motivations for us to walk the Noble Eightfold Path towards the liberation. This is the third factor, bhavana. And then the fourth factor is anurakha padana, which is the endeavor to maintain and perfect the wholesome state that is in our mind. And this at the third stage, we arouse it already. Now, how do we sustain it? We have to sustain these wholesome mental states so that it keeps on and stays in our mind. And for the fact that because the mind can only have one state at a time. So when we have wholesome states, the chances of unwholesome states will not be able to arise. So having aroused the wholesome state, we sustain it using the four factors. And the four efforts will actually be able to continue on the wholesome states. And when we sustain it, the path towards the supramana states will increase, will become easier, and that will move us towards the liberations. Yeah. So this is the importance of the right effort, the importance of the four right efforts. Yeah. And these four right efforts is actually crucial because in the Dhammacakkappavattana, the Buddha, after his enlightenment, described how much effort he has put in the wrong path. That is, the excessive efforts being put on the sensual pleasure, but it leads to suffering and it's not noble. Similarly, during his ascetic period of 6 years, he actually put a lot of effort into the ascetic practice of what you call of surprising his body and mind, which also leads to much sufferings, and it is ignoble, and there is a lot of torture and pain. So here, the right effort is the middle path effort, where we are neither on the sensual, excessive sensual, nor excessively what you call torture the body and the mind. And by having the balance, what you call the energy to support the various other factors, then it becomes easier to walk the path and be able to achieve the final goal of Nibbāna. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, very good try. One thing I want to comment. This one presentation, okay, very good. But if you write essay, you need an introduction of what is these 37 constituent enlightenment. And in your diagram, 2.1 to 2.4, when you're writing essay, please write in full words in your content. Okay, you cannot just put in. But if you're able to put this thing on the charts down there, it will attract the examiner. he will definitely give you full marks. So you just need to put the 2.1, 2.4 into your content in this so-called essay question. Then with a good conclusion, I think you're achievable and able to get 20 marks. Okay, very good. If the
Thank you.
picture all in front, the examiner will like it.
I think
Okay,
I will
go
I
for
will
it.
still use the chart to summarize first so that it's easier to follow the flow. Then after that only I will
Very
with
good.
the essays.
Yeah.
Um,
So, Brother Ko do a good job. So, your people must learn from him.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, okay, I will look forward to Sister Pek Leng one. Next session in, I think, 2 weeks' time. Please remember to study the YMBA text. What I given you is not complete. So please read to your YMBA text. They are very
Hello.
long-winded thing to study.
The
Yes.
level 3 and level 4 is 3 hours for how many questions? 5 questions.
Yeah. So 1 hour, about 30, 35 minutes per question.
Then
The rest
the
for
5 questions is different. I didn't check lah.
all
It's
essay, all
different
essay.
sections, or they give you 10 questions, then you just pick 5, or every
I
section
don't
got
know.
one.
Now it seems to have 8 only. I don't have 10.
Oh, but they got section A, B, C, D or not?
All essay, no more multiple choice.
No, I mean they got like section A, you must choose one question. Section B, you must choose
No
one question.
more. No more.
No more.
Unlike year 1 and year 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So essay, remember how to write. That one is your job, not my job.
Brother,
Okay.
even when we write essay, we can actually use the point by point, and then describe it at the point there. It means okay, 2.1, the heading.
For me, I don't recommend you put, let's say, short form all that. Short form, no good. You don't expect examiner to just take it, especially those symbol all that. You must write in full sentence.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the complete
Presentation,
sentence.
okay. But in essay question, please don't do that. You want to get full 20 mark, all write in long sentences. Both
Okay.
I think what Brother Ko says is you can have headings. Headings like number 1, what is the component, second component, third component. But then under each heading or subheadings, you can have elaboration in full sentences.
Normally,
Yes, Brother Ko?
for essay, you can have all your diagram, all that, whatever presentation, but try not to let the exam, those that been marking the paper, to understand what your symbol all that represent. So better write full sentences. Some in university, you also know, right? Or in college, you need to write sentences like not broken thing. I expect the examiner to know.
No, because you
You
see,
must,
Brother Lau, between a technical presentation and arts presentation, that means those, for example, in university, you have the art faculty, and for example, in my engineering faculty, the way we write essays are very different. Because the art faculties use a lot of word sentences to illustrate the idea, whereas in the technical one, we tend to have a lot of graphic tabulation, tables to present our cases, or even flow chart.
I know. I also from technical one. So whatever diagram all that is all good for you to supporting your essay, but you still need to write the words because you can't escape one. For essay question, we need to present nicely to the examiner. This is what my teacher told me. I am from electronic one, so I don't like to write long question. That's why he pinpoint on me. Must improve on that. Cannot just simply, especially when do technical one. The shorter the better. No need to long-winded explanation, right? So when you give diagram all that, it really helps to the examiner who mark the question to understand fully. So that is a plus point. So they see that, they will be very happy. They will give you full 20 marks. So you want to score full mark, do your very best to let the examiner read, and then they're happy about you. And then I don't see anything they will, especially YMBA more I think linear. They will sure give you full mark on.
Okay.
Improve on that, then you should be okay. I also don't like to do long-winded thing. That's what my previous teacher told me. Right? Improve on it. That's why essay from your 4th year, 5th year,
Brother
they
Lau,
expect
after you finish level 5, you go to which you go
advanced,
further
advanced diploma. You want or not? Nobody
advanced
able to teach.
diploma, another 5 years.
Another year, one more year.
Oh, okay.
You
So you
self-study
study
lah.
all together 6 years.
Yeah.
Then after that, go to another university.
You want to join the Pali University lah.
No
Another
lah, I mean your experience.
me.
Ah,
I study both together. So very thorough.
huh?
I study both
Oh.
together, the YMBA and the Pali College one together. That's why it's so torturing for me. On top that, I'm teaching also.
So that means
you study?
you are taking BA, right? BA or MA?
Yeah. If you take your BA, just subscribe your Dhamma is, I think, plain sailing. You only need to study all the history and geography and the doctrine some more. Those Dhamma one, I think you can fully understand most of it. No need to really study so hard because your YMBA almost cover everything. YMBA don't have Pakaya, all these sutta in university we don't cover, no. We only study the surface only, never go deep inside. YMBA they cover everything.
But your university 4 years.
One diploma, you must do a diploma again, plus 3 year bachelor, and one
Wow.
more year master.
Wow.
If
So
you want some
altogether you
more,
study
another
11
10
years.
years for your PhD.
Huh?
Now
Oh,
PhD no more easy. Must complete another master plus another 5 year doctorate.
so you study until doctorate.
No I stopped here. Your brother too old, and then not many good years left.
Oh, okay. But brother Lim study until PhD.
No, same
Oh, he's
same
same
as
like
me.
you. Oh, okay.
Same as me lah.
Took 2 diploma, then after that master like that.
You need to complete your diploma, 3 years bachelor, and 1 year master. And then now master no more easy. You need to complete one thesis. My time no thesis. A 5,000 word thesis.
Wow, so you study 2 things together, Peng San.
Last time I already struggled through. That's why all my suffering ended.
But actually, Brother Lau, your YMBA and your BA, there is a lot of overlap, right?
Yes, you're right. A lot of
So,
things overlap
so-
each other lah.
so in a way, you actually do 2 things at one go better, what? Just
But
that
they don't excuse you from studying. You must still complete the course material.
so that means you have to still have to pass every year one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Total 6 paper. 6 paper.
In BA lah.
MBA 6 paper. Diploma 5.
Okay.
Meaning by us, the 5 papers
Yeah.
continue like
You
that.
want
Is
to
it?
come to Singapore lah.
No lah, just for curiosity sake only lah.
Hey, Jai-Hun,
You have to do your
Singapore,
diploma again. The Pali College one, the what? BPU, Buddhist Pali University. Need to do a diploma again. Your YMBA, they don't recognize.
oh, even advanced
Even
higher
the
also.
higher thing, they don't recognize. They force you to must do your diploma.
Oh, that means you cannot speed up one. You can actually, you
Cannot
have
skip.
to pro-
They don't
Okay.
recognize the YMBA one.
Oh,
That's why
How come,
YMBA, I think
Both also from Sri
quite a lot
Lanka,
of
right?
stuff already covered. Sri Lanka.
Both also Sri Lanka ma.
Yeah, but they don't recognize each other. Too much.
Brother Lau, I thought you also have the Pali U, right? Pali U, what is the name, full name really? The Pali University course, right?
Buddhist Pali University, BPU.
Or that one you call it Buddhist Pali
We are
University.
affiliated to them.
Oh,
So we have
okay.
two
That
Pali
means you are
paper. Say again?
that means, do you all have to pay for, what is the school fee like?
In Singapore, you pay the tuition fee. You need to pay for the Mangala Vihara, the maintenance. One whole year, I think it's 120. Then pay the university, Sri Lanka side, the registration plus exam fees. That will be few hundred US. Few hundred US.
So it's still very cheap.
Still cheap. If you go to Singapore, the Buddhist library, the tuition fees not free, 6,700 per year.
For
That's why I
Singapore
never joined
Library
them.
membership.
Singapore
Oh.
Buddhist Library, 6,700 per year, So 3 years times 3. So in Mangala Bihara is free. You pay tuition fee because all taught by the ex-student.
Because KL, they have this course from Sri Lanka also, but another another
And this
U,
big field, big fields, big
uh,
field.
but that one very
It's the same.
expensive.
But if you like, you can go there Saturday, Sunday. They study full time. They no weekday study one. Saturday, Sunday. I think 9
working
to
people
5.
lah. For
9
working
to
people.
5 every Saturday and Sunday.
I think it's Kalinia or something like that. Kalinia.
No. It's still the same. BPU. Kainia, you need to pay one.
That one quite expensive.
Expensive. You cannot go there lah. It's too much. Buddhist University of all you will pay. You go to that's what big field . If you want, you stay near there, okay .
What about going to Burma and study ITMU?
Different .
Huh?
Different.
Different.
Burma don't have BPU affiliated one .
Yeah, they have
They
their
are
own.
Burmese one .
I think they call it what, ITBMU or what.
There's one in
English
Hadzai.
one.
Hadzai, IB something . Hadzai. IBC or something like that.
Oh, that one is the Tanxiang. Yeah,
I
IBC.
don't know . That
under
one
Tanxiang
is also
Group.
affiliated with Sri Lanka one .
That one is multi school one. They cover a lot of it's quite a big range of subject . IBC.
You can try that if you live near there. If not, you go to big field . After you complete, you have a lot of time go big field . You have to commit your time Saturday, Sunday, full time . If you want, can continue after your YMBA, come to Singapore or go to KL . You live near KL, okay . Saturday, Sunday, remember to do for next session .
Yeah, okay.
So we shall end the session.